Animal experimentation is raping human conscience. I want to implore you to support me in stopping animal experimentation. Animal testing refers to the procedure performed on living animals for the purpose of research into basic biology and effect on living organisms. It is a fact that millions of animals are being killed in human laboratories every day. Over 87% of research is done on rats and mice. You might say, so what? The fact is that rats and mice experience pain, suffering, loneliness, fear. And yet, we feel it's okay to expose them to these things. Can we morally defend ourselves for experimenting on these animals? The answer might be positive from a scientific view, but that does not settle the moral question. If I go out now and I grab a kitten and I douse it into petrol and I set it alight and I laugh at it burning, smelling its burning flesh. Or if I go and grab a puppy and I throw it at a bull terrier to rip it apart with its razor sharp teeth, to crush it between its jaws, will that be acceptable? We have laws against this, and there would be a public outcry against such cruelty. And yet we allow it every day, from laboratory to laboratory to laboratory, for animals to be poisoned, crippled. 19.5 million animals are being killed annually in experimentations. According to the Humane Society, the registration of a single pesticide requires up to 50 experiments involving 12,000 animals. Can we truly support the cause of suffering and pain on such a large scale? People will argue that we need to experiment on animals to get safe products into the market, that we can obtain benefits on animals we cannot get in any other way. Is that true? If animals and humans are so closely related, should we not extend our moral values that we extend to humans also to animals? And if they are so far apart that we don't have to do that, are these experiments really worthwhile? The sad fact is that 92% of experiments where animals or drugs are safe for animals, 92% of them prove to fail in human clinical trials for either being unsafe or ineffective. It simply is a waste of time. Animal experiments prolong the suffering of people waiting for effective cures by misleading experimenters and squandering precious money, time and resources that could have been spent on animal research. It simply is archaic. Forward-thinking scientists have developed humane, modern and effective non-animal research methods. These include human-based microdosing, in vitro technology, human patient simulators and sophisticated computer modeling that are cheaper, faster, and more accurate than animal testing. The world does not need another eyeliner, another hand soap, another drug for erectile dysfunction, another pesticide, to such a degree that it warrants animal experimentation. I want to implore from you to support me in forcing and encouraging scientists to keep to the 3 R's: reduction, refinement, replacement. Reduction is reducing the number of animals used in experiments by improving experimental technology and techniques, by improving techniques of data analysis, by sharing information between researchers. Refinement is refining the experiment or the way animals are cared for so as to reduce their suffering. Using less invasive techniques, improving the medical care of these animals, and giving them better living conditions. Replacement, replace animal experimentation with simulations, with less invasive techniques, and using human volunteers. All these are ways in which we can reduce the impact of the need for scientific advancement on animal suffering. Because if we do not do anything about this, we might advance science, we might put safer products in the marketplace, but the one thing that we will lose in this battle is the innocence of human conscience. And we do not dare losing that one thing. That's the most precious, and that makes us who we are as humans. The one thing that sets us apart is our ability to have compassion for other living beings.